Hey, what's up, everybody? Just a little talk about what's going on at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Alright, so did you guys watch the third presidential debate? I had it all wrong last week, right? That debate that I watched was the second debate, and the one that happened on Monday was the third debate between President Obama and Mitt Romney, of course. I didn't watch it because I'm telling you, I'm debated out, and plus I already know who I'm voting for, and I already heard what everybody got to say, and you know, that debate was not going to make or break it for me. I already knew what I was going to do, so I didn't want to watch it, and I didn't watch it. I know a lot of you guys all did watch it, so you're free to make any comments that you want in the down below. But yeah, I didn't watch it. I did kind of follow what was going on Twitter, and looked like what I already knew, that Mitt Romney doesn't have much on foreign policy. So this whole presidential election is just really just kind of like a circus a little bit. We done got Donald Trump that stepped his stupid self right back into the limelight, and now his thing is that he wants President Obama to show him his college transcripts and his application for a passport. And I'm thinking, like, now what is really wrong with Donald Trump? What makes him think that anybody owes him anything? He has the nerve to say something that like the president is the least transparent out of all of our presidents. And I was like, now what other damn president have we had that has shown his damn college transcript? Okay, the man didn't just step into the forum when he became a president. He was a fucking lawyer at first, okay? He had to have gone to school, law school, regular undergrad. And Donald Trump is just, he's honestly, I don't know where he comes from with this, saying that he would give $5 million to the charity of Obama's choice. I don't give a fuck if you was giving $500 million. Obama is not going to do that. I'm sure he won't. I mean, because at this point, it's almost like harassment. Like every time you come around, you gonna come up with something else. Next thing he gonna want to know his damn shoe size, what boxers he wear. Oh, I promise you that Donald Trump. And I used to like Donald Trump. I used to like him as a businessman with his hustle for his show and everything. But now it's just like, I'm so sick of him, and I'm so glad that President Obama has a sense of humor, because you really got to have the sense of humor to deal with some of these stupid ass people like Donald Trump. Colin Powell, he has endorsed Barack Obama for the second time. He did vote for him in 2008, and he said he will vote for him again in 2012, and because he feels like he has solid policy. He said, when President Obama was, trying to run for president the first term, he was like, our country was a mess. I mean, we had the auto crisis, we had the unemployment crisis, we had the housing crisis. Everything was very, very, very it was just in turmoil. And he said when he came in, he has really turned this thing around, and there's some stability. And no, it's not completely done. There's still a lot of work to do, but it's better than where it was, and we cannot afford to go back to where we were. Colin Powell, I have a lot of respect for him. He is somebody that I would listen to. I mean, I had already had my mind made up, but that just makes me feel even more comfortable in my decision, my choice to vote for President Obama. Now, just a little bit of something about the Romneys. Did you guys hear that Mitt Romney, Ann Romney, and their son Tag Romney have a little bit of investment, or actually major investment stakeholders in this company called Hart Intercivic? And evidently Hart Intercivic is the company that has the voting machines that tabulates, that counts the votes. Everybody is kind of like, now that's a little bit too close for comfort. Now, how is it that you guys own this company, and this company is going to be responsible for counting the votes when one of your major investors is part owner of it? It's like, okay, now this is a little something we need to be a little worried about. Now, I'm not the type that get all excited and get a whole bunch of conspiracy things going on. I'm just letting you guys know. I don't know what the deal is with these voting machines, but evidently that these voting machines are not all over the United States, but it's in some states that we need to be concerned about, one being Ohio, which is a swing state. Ohio could make or break this election, so maybe that's something we need to keep our eye on, these voting machines, and the fact that Mitt Romney his wife and his son have like some ownership in this company. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Lastly, you guys, I just want to continue to remind you guys to make sure that you vote. I tried to vote early. I haven't voted early yet. I thought that voting early was available in all the states, but evidently it isn't. But it is available here in Georgia, and I've been trying to go, y'all. I've been trying to go for the last couple of days. Y'all know y'all cousins. Every single one of y'all cousins was at the damn voting place earlier this week. It was so much fucking commotion up there. I mean, they had long lines, and the police was giving out tickets for, you know, people just parking, trying to get the numbers for where they were going to be in line, and it was a mess, okay? And it was just like, why are you guys giving out tickets when you know these people are trying to vote? You don't have any direction. Nobody knows where to go. I was just like, this is just honestly too much for me. So I know for a fact that I can't go during before work, okay? I'm gonna have to try to work it out somewhere in the middle of the day, because I'm sure in the morning and the evenings it's probably like a zoo up there. But with my story being said, I want to remind you all to make sure that you get out and vote. I'm not saying who you should vote for, I'm just saying make sure that you make your voice heard. You guys, I don't think that this is Creflo Dollar's year. He has not had good things happen for him this year. You know, earlier this year we had the whole him getting arrested for beating up his daughter, something that I still don't know if I really believed or not. Nothing else really came of it. I haven't heard anything else about it. But on top of that, now he done had one of his former employees from the facilities maintenance go in yesterday and shoot somebody that was leading prayer. Now y'all know the devil is a liar. The devil is a lie. This don't make no sense. What? First of all, before we get to the news of it, let's just discuss the mentality and the morality of a person that can walk into a church and actually kill somebody in the church. It's just the place that you think that you are the most safest, your sanctuary from all the craziness of outside. You go into church and you praying, and somebody come in there and shoot you? Oh my God. You guys, we're not safe nowhere. There's nowhere that you can go that you're safe if you cannot go to church. I don't know what is the story behind that man going in there. So let me just get to what they saying on the news. Like I said, he's a former employee. His name is Floyd Palmer. He's 52 years old. He went into the church. He was dressed in a suit. There was like 20 people or so there. They're having like prayer service in the morning. This gentleman, he's 39 years old. I don't know his name, but he was leading the prayer, and I've heard a couple of stories. One was that he just walked up to the prayer circle and shot that man directly. And other stories that I've heard is that he shot a few times and this man was hit. But they don't know if the man was being targeted or not. There's no story about why he did it. It sounds like a crime of passion to me. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I just don't know what other mentality you would have to go into a church and kill somebody. Oh, Lord Jesus. Help him, Father. So he got away. He was on the run pretty much all day yesterday. They were looking for him. This was in College Park. They found him. They did end up finding him because, you know, there was a, whatever they call it in police speak, APB or something, whatever they call it, that they was describing his vehicle. He went to the mall. He went to Lenox Mall of all places. A very well populated mall. Like, what is he shopping after he kills somebody? Like, you decide you needed a new outfit or something? Undercover police sees his, or off-duty police sees his car in the parking lot, calls the police, they track him down, they get him, they arrest him, and that's that. So yeah, real sad story, you guys. Our hearts go out to the family of the man that was killed, and as well as the people that was there. I mean, that just had to be a horrible thing to see, something terrible to be around. This is the second time that something like this has happened at World Changers Church, and that is interesting that the other time that it happened, I think this was like, they said in 96 or 2006, I'm sorry, I don't have the year, but another former employee came in there and shot somebody. Well, he was trying to fight with the people, and the police ended up shooting and killing him. So yeah, this is the second time something like this has happened in World Changers. Very, very sad story. But y'all, I don't know. I just don't know about somebody that can go into a church and kill somebody. So you guys, I know I said I was gonna go and get that Brandy CD, which I did, and y'all gonna be mad at me, but I'm telling you, I'm not feeling it like I really thought I was going to. Now, there's some good songs on there. But I think that I had been listening to all of the reviews and people saying things about it, and I had built my hopes up a little too high. I mean, it's a solid album. It's something that I can listen to, but it was not, it wasn't like when I listened to it the first time, I was just like, oh yeah, this is the one. I didn't get that feeling. So I'm just, for those of you guys who haven't got her CD, I mean, it's still worth a buy. They said that she sold 65,000 units, I believe, this last week. So I think not as high as they was hoping, but still not too bad. And I guess record buying today. Now, I'm going to tell you whose CD I love. And I already told you guys on Facebook that Kendrick Lamar, the kid from Compton, from LA, you guys, just a great CD. I mean, I like all kind of music. I love jazz, I love rap, I love R&B. I like whatever is going to speak to me, and he just does. He reminds me of home. He's talking about areas in LA, and I know exactly where he is, and just the tone of his voice, just the inflection, it just reminds me so much of home. And I think that's part of the reason why I love his CD so much. But not only that, I think that he's a great storyteller. His songs make sense, and they are talking about something. It's just not somebody talking about, having a fucking condo around their neck and, a condo around their wrist, which is fine for, if that's what you want to do and everything. I'm not knocking what the Atlanta rappers are doing today, but I'm just saying that I like to hear somebody that really puts time into their music, into their lyrics, into their work, okay? And he just does. He's got like something like 17 or 18 songs on the CD. It is just really good music. That is definitely one to buy. Definitely one to buy. Oh my God. What's the name of the song? You know the song that they play on the radio. Nigga, why you babysitting on them 2 or 3 shots? I'ma show you how to kick it up a notch. Then you come in something, something, and something, something, something. That shit be jamming. This is the kid that was on BET Awards, and when he was on there, with his blue rag and his red shirts, I was like, who is he? Now I know. It is definitely a solid CD. You guys go get it. And I gotta just report real fast on the hater. You guys remember Shine that went to jail, who was signed to Bad Boy Records, who used to sound just like Biggie, and he had all this promise for him, and then he went to jail for shooting up some nightclub in New York. Shine had the nerve to come onto Twitter and say that his album was garbage, and I was just like, okay. First of all, everybody is entitled to their opinion, right? I think that that's fine. If you didn't like his album, you don't like his album. That's fine. But what I don't like about what people do, especially, I think I've heard Kevin on the Scorpio show say it. I hate to hear when people are in the same field critique each other, just like when people are on YouTube and they talk about each other and things like that. It should not happen. Now I know that rappers, that is what a lot of them are known for beefs and things like that, but to just get on Twitter and to just come out and say how it's garbage and it wasn't what you were expecting, and I just thought, I was just like, well, that's kind of shady. What is Shine doing right now? Okay, what do you have to even compare to anybody to really come out and say something so disrespectful? It's just like unnecessary. Yeah, Shine, all right. I don't think Kendrick Lamar is really too worried about Shine, because like I said, what is Shine doing at this point? But it's just unfortunate that we can't all, it's just so much out there that we can all be a part of, and it's still enough for everybody. I just wish that artists would stop fighting against each other and just do what you do. Do your thing and don't worry about what everybody else is doing, and you will be successful on your own. The hating will never get you ahead. Once we learn that, once we get that in our mind, then you know what, we will do so much better in our lives. But yeah, anyway, you guys, I'm just saying, you guys go get the CD. It is worth the buy for sure. Kendrick Lamar. Ain't looking too good for Pilar. They were going back and forth to court about her prenup. She was trying to get that prenup thrown out because I guess she said when she signed it, she was under some sort of duress or something like that, and it was kind of, she felt like she had to sign it. But the judge is like, no, did nobody make you sign that? You signed that on your own, and we are going to stick to it. So it doesn't look like she was able to get that prenup overturned or whatever. Deion Sanders says the child is just greedy, and they agreed to whatever it was that they agreed to at the beginning, and that's exactly what it should be. So looks like Deion Sanders is about to get his wishes, and they're gonna stick to that prenup that they had. Now they're saying that Deion Sanders is about to tie the knot with Tracy Edmonds. And you guys know who Tracy Edmonds is. She's the ex-wife of Babyface. She is the ex-fiance of Eddie Murphy. I mean, they almost made it to down the aisle I mean, down to like the day before the wedding or something like that. And Eddie's mama wasn't with it, and I think Eddie just said, okay, enough of that. Now looks like third time might be a charm. Look like she might get it on down the aisle with Deion Sanders, and you know, it's like whatever. I mean, if they want to get married, and let them go on and get married. I feel kind of sorry for Pilar, but you know, a lot of times this is what happens when you guys get married. If you sign a prenup, that thing is ironclad in court. So ladies, if you guys if you are, you know, and I think prenups are good. I think that prenups are necessary today. So make sure whatever you sign into is what you really want, what you think you can live with, even after you have kids and, you know, all of that, okay? Because chances are the shit ain't gonna change. I think Nicki Minaj has finally screwed herself out of an endorsement deal. Looks like Pepsi has decided to drop her, and that's not confirmed. I don't know that. That's the rumor. I wouldn't be surprised because Pepsi is like a national beverage, and you know, Nicki Minaj and her you know, all her recent little things. I mean, I know she's had the nip slips, and then she's had all this drama with American Idol, and you know, all of these things. You know, you can be the knucklehead that you want to be, but you're gonna pay for it in some kind of way. And when you get on these brands that are just, you know, want to make sure that they keep their stuff squeaky clean, then this is the reason why you got to act like you got some goddamn sense. Nicki Minaj might be out of her Pepsi deal. That's a big deal. That's not some little bitty small little endorsement. Pepsi is something that I'm sure that she would not have wanted to have lost if it is true. They're saying that Beyonce has swooped down and took her endorsement deal, and I don't think that that's really true anyway either, because you know, I'm sure Pepsi, if they wanted Beyonce, they was gonna get her anyway. And everybody is kind of upset about that, saying Beyonce got, you know, that it ain't fair that she's able to get in and take everything and all that. But listen, Beyonce is a performer. She is a singer. It is not her fault that she's able to keep herself together enough for somebody to want to endorse her. Okay, now if you feel like, if you lucky enough to get the damn endorsement deal, then keep it. Okay, don't be up here acting no damn fool. They're not gonna keep you, okay? Plenty of other actresses and athletes and actors and people like that have learned the hard way, okay? So this ain't nothing new. This is not nothing new. Beyonce is got nothing to do with what Pepsi did. You need to learn how to keep your shit straight. More power to Beyonce. We're gonna see if that rumor is true. But if it's true, then hey, it's true. You guys, we was keeping hope alive for Roxy, and it looks like it has finally turned out for your girl. She tweeted yesterday that she is going to be on Entertainment Tonight. I don't know if it's a permanent gig or if it's just going to be tonight, but yeah, starting tonight, 7:30 on Entertainment Tonight, ABC. She will be doing some sort of correspondence on there, and good for her. I think it's great that she and Terrence both was able to parlay their 106 and Park stint into something else. Like I said, I don't know if it's permanent or not, but I'm thinking that if she does well enough on tonight, and if people are responsive to her, then she should be able to stick around. And she got a lot better as 106 and Park went on. I didn't really watch that show because, you know, I wasn't really interested in everything, but I did see enough to know that they've gotten a lot better with their you know, their hosting and everything. So good for Roxy. We finally got her out of Eddie Murphy's lap. Congratulations, girl. Did you guys see that picture of Wyclef in his Speedos on top of the motorcycle on his 40-something birthday? And he was saying how good he looks. Well, it looks like Mr. Wyclef Jean is now backing up off of that picture and saying that that picture is really old. He belongs to a bike club, and that his bike club wears Speedos. He just felt like he looks really good, and that's why he tweeted it. He feels like he looks like he's 26 years old, and why not? The reason why you shouldn't is because the shit look gay, okay? And if you gay and everything, that's fine. But I'm just saying that really, you know, you look retarded on top of a Ducati with these damn Speedos, and your body all, you know, the sweat was glistening all over your body. He was doing the most, right? He tried to downplay it, saying that his motorcycle club wears Speedos. Nigga, please. And I've had plenty of contact with motorcycle clubs. I can tell you one thing. Get your ass up on a goddamn motorcycle with just some Speedos on, okay? You will fall, and you talking about some road rash of your life, honey. That will burn all the damn skin off of everywhere. You get your ass on the bike, you best be covered all the way down to the damn feet, okay? When I used to ride on the bikes, let me tell you, you got to have on boots It took me one time to wear some high heel ass little sandals on there, you know, tight little pants and a little shirt and all of that. It's not all that it seems on the bike. That shit is not comfortable, okay, first of all. Secondly, you put your foot down when the bike is just barely moving, you would be surprised how it almost snatched that shit up off your foot. It's a whole lot different when you own it, okay? So I'm not really trying to get on no bike. I didn't even like to have my arms out when I was on the bike. I just kept looking at the asphalt like, damn, if this bike fall, I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to tuck around and not get my fucking shoulder all scratched up. I wish somebody would get their ass on a bike with some Speedos on, nigga. Is you crazy? Ain't no way. He took that picture 15 minutes before he posted it, talking about it's some old Negro, please. I'm not hating. Wyclef Jean does look good. He looks nice and he has a nice body. So it's not like it was nothing that he needed to be ashamed of. It was just like, if you took the picture, stand by the picture. Do not try to back up off the picture when people didn't respond to it like you wanted them to. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, you guys, I got a little bit more information on the Katt Williams gun pulling incident. Remember, I was telling y'all about poor little Katt. Well, it turns out that Katt was actually pulling a gun on Faison Love. You guys know who Faison Love is. He's a little chunky, you know, the chubby, fat, dark-skinned comedian that was, you know, doing some of the urban movie circuit for a little while there. Evidently, him and Katt Williams was on a tour together back in the day, or a couple of years ago. I think 2010 they said. And Faison Love decided to pull out of the tour because of Katt Williams' dependency on the crack. I done told you guys that Katt is on drugs. Some of you guys tried to defend that he wasn't. I think that, and I do really like Katt Williams. I'm stating the fact. Katt is on drugs, okay? Now, I don't know if it's crack or nothing, but he on something. Faison said that he was having a hard time getting on stage and, you know, was starting to be a mess. It was something he didn't want to have his name attached to, so he pulled out of the tour. However, supposedly, Katt Williams was still using his name to promote the tour, even though Faison was not on the tour any longer. So Faison feels like he owes him $50,000 because he was still using his name to promote everything. Katt Williams evidently doesn't feel that way, and that's why he pulled the gun. Now, they was at the club or whatever, and Faison Love, when he tweeted, he was pissed, you know, I guess because Katt Williams was calling him a snitch and saying he called the police and everything, and Faison Love was like, fool ass, ain't nobody called the damn police. You waved the gun in the parking lot in front of 30 people. I mean, you don't think anybody is gonna you know, call the police? Why it had to be me? It wasn't me. I know where I am. You know where I am. I ain't running, okay? But I know one damn thing. Next time you pull that gun, you better shoot me, okay? Because otherwise you gonna get shot. I was like, oh damn. Sad. Two talented black men on a comedy circuit, and it's just blown because of, you know, foolishness like this. I want Katt Williams to get it together. I really do. I'm pulling for him. What happened to Tyler Perry Alex Cross movie? Y'all told me last week you was going to go see it. I was talking about the Alex Cross movie, and you guys told me that you was going to go see it and that you was hoping that it did well and everything, but y'all didn't go. Not the ones that I was talking to. Y'all didn't go. Y'all know y'all didn't go. Tyler Perry had his second worst opening ever, with this Alex Cross movie, which is sad. Only opened to $11 million. And it just looks like he's typecast. People don't want to be typecast, but you know what happens when you play a character so well. That's what everybody knows you for. Sometimes it's hard to dig out of that hole. Evidently, it is not working for Tyler Perry. We need him to get on back to the Madea. Funny enough, I don't like Tyler Perry movies mostly, but I do like Madea. So, like, I enjoy to watch his Madea movies. I didn't see his last one because even my daughter, who loves Tyler Perry movies, told me it was stupid. So I didn't see the last one. All the other movies that he's done with Madea in it, those are only ones that I go see and I laugh, and you know, because it's just silly and he's good at it. So maybe that's something he needs to stick with. For Tyler, he got on his website and he was saying all kind of things like, I told y'all it was good. And first he goes on and he says, you know, I need you guys to support it because it's a lot riding on the show and nobody believed that I can do it, and you know, blah blah blah. And then after, I guess you may have seen it, then he puts out on his website, I told you guys it was good, and you guys was doubting me, but you know, I was just like, can you wait to see if they saw the movie first? Well, you want to get up here talking about it? I was just like, boy, you be doing the most. I don't have anything against Tyler Perry. I think Tyler Perry is a genius, okay? He has parlayed his whole chitlin circuit plays to the multi-million-dollar establishment that he is today. And he has some pull in the movies, in the movie industry and in the television industry and everything. So it's wonderful what has happened for him. I just think that this Alex Cross movie was just not something that we were ready to see him in. He reminds me of one of those people that want to act so bad and be taken seriously so much that he overdoes it. Like even in the commercials, you know, he's so smoldering. He's talking, he's like, I won't let anybody take over my family, or whatever the hell he says. I know he's trying, you guys, he's trying, but Tyler Perry got enough money. This $11 million ain't gonna make or break, you know, him, just the opening or whatever. It's just whatever. The James Patterson guy, you know, the one who wrote the book, he was one of the ones, I guess, that was really supporting the fact that Tyler Perry was in the movie. It didn't work out. It was supposed to be, I think originally it was Idris Elba was gonna have the role, and then they didn't feel like Idris Elba was going to be the person that would bring the audience. Maybe in retrospect, Mr. Patterson probably should have just went on with Idris Elba. Now, a movie that's coming out this weekend is Denzel Washington's movie. I think it's called Flight. I want to see that because I love Denzel Washington. Y'all, I'm gonna have to tell you the story about one time when I went to a Christmas play at West Angeles in LA. It was real crowded. It was a Christmas musical. It was real crowded, and they was trying to get everybody. I was late. So then they, you know, was full, but then they trying to like, you know, fit everybody in. One more person here, one more person there. So I got there, and the usher was just like, come on. And so I was walking up the aisle, and child, why they seat me right next to Denzel and his wife? Oh my God, you guys. You're talking about somebody that couldn't concentrate the whole time. I was looking over at him. Every time they would sing a Christmas song up there, I couldn't even concentrate. I was just like, I need to move, because I was looking out the side of my eye the whole time at Denzel like, ooh. Oh, you ain't even knowing. I mean, he was sitting right next to me, y'all. Okay? I'm sitting in the second row in the pew next to Denzel Washington. Lord have mercy. That was the best Christmas present ever. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, Denzel's movie comes out this weekend. Are any of you guys seeing it? Let me know. If I done said it once, I done said it a million times. If you're going to have an affair and then pay the person off, please give them all their money. So Stephon Marbury, he's learning the hard way that you can't tell somebody one thing and do something else. He had a personal chef that he was having an affair with back in the day when he was, you know, really hot on the New York Knicks. Now, I don't really know what year this was, but evidently he was having this affair with his personal chef and making the girl feel like in order for her to keep her job that she had to sleep with him. I think she said that it happened 5 times. He was married, of course, and he had kids, and you know, he didn't want his wife obviously to find out about it. So when it was over, he told her he would give her $900,000. Of course, this was also at the same time that Isaiah Thomas was having his drama with the sexual harassment with New York Knicks, and Marbury did not want to, you know, make it worse by bringing out his whole thing as well. So he told the lady he'd give her $900,000. God damn, that's like $200,000 per fuck. Boy, I'm in the wrong business. He was paying the girl, and the girl was staying quiet. I think they got up to about $600,000, and I guess Marbury was like, oh, that other $300,000, she ain't worried about it. Well, yeah, she is worried about it, and he was not paying it, so sis went to court. Damn, you can actually sue somebody for not paying you their money for shutting up? I thought that was like extortion, it sounds like. Maybe they had like a contract signed or something. Oh, you can actually go to court for somebody for not paying you for staying quiet about a damn affair. I'm telling you, I learn something new every day. Just a couple of things in reality talk, you guys. First of all, I did not watch the Houston's Family Fair or On Our Own or whatever the hell it's called. There's so many different ones on. I did not know it was on last night. And my girlfriend actually texted me, was I going to review the show? And I was just like, no. Still didn't trigger it in my mind that the show was on last night. I don't really have much interest in it. But I know you guys want to know about it, so I definitely will watch it this weekend on demand. But you guys tell me about it. I almost don't want to see it. I feel like it's me peeking in on something that I don't need to be peeking in on. I feel like I'm not being loyal to Whitney if I'm watching her family just completely fall the fuck apart on television. I don't know. I'm having a hard time trying to figure it out, but I am gonna watch it this weekend. I didn't watch it, you guys, so you guys tell me how good it was. But while we was all being real excited about their show coming on, how about Bobby Brown got arrested for DUI? Same day as his baby girl's little show was coming on, he gets arrested. This is his second time this year being arrested for DUI. He was also arrested back in March. He was put on 3 years probation. I think he went to a rehab on his own and then didn't stay the entire time and checked himself out. So obviously the program did not work for old Bobby Brown. He was arrested yesterday with DUI, and just sad, you guys. The Houstons and the Browns and all of them is just such a train wreck. Maybe the show will do some good. Pat Houston was on the internet or somewhere defending the fact that they were on that show and that the show was in the making before Whitney Houston died. It just so happened that it's happening when, right after Whitney Houston died, and maybe the timing is a little different. But I'm just thinking like, well, that would have been more the reason why it seemed like you would have put it off and not did it so soon after she died, because it really does look like you guys are just exploiting the whole issue, here. I don't know how the show was going to be in the works when Bobby Christina and her godbrother boyfriend weren't even together then. They weren't an item then, and I doubt that they would really have been an item while Whitney Houston was alive, and Whitney Houston looks at him as her godson. I mean, like, I know Whitney wouldn't have been with that. I don't know about this. It was in the works. I'm still a little, I don't know. Good news for Sheree. Sheree, she was going back and forth for a long time over child support with Bob Whitfield. I guess Bob hadn't been paying it because he was saying he didn't have income. I didn't know how true that was because I was hearing stories about him having studios out here and businesses and this and that. They finally done hashed it out, y'all. So this is what they got. I guess Bob, in the last few years, he hasn't been paying child support, so he's been ordered to pay child support now. He has to pay, I think he owed like $86,000 and some change. He said he would give her $75,000 in the next few days, and he's going to give her $1,000 a month for the next 12 months to get, taking care of the arrears that he had. After he does that, then he'll go back to his regular monthly child support payments of like $2,200 a month. So at least we know that the girl ain't gonna be broke, okay? She can at least, afford to pay some rent, at the apartment somewhere. Poor Sheree, who got kicked off of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we don't even know what Sheree is doing anymore. I mean, she let Phaedra even slip in and steal her damn workout fitness thing. Sheree should have been all over that. We all knew Sheree was like working out and in shape and everything. Why she didn't make a video? How does Phaedra? Who even thinks of Phaedra as a workout person? But Phaedra got that hustle in her, and Sheree doesn't. So, post Sheree. But at least she getting something. Speaking of Real Housewives of Atlanta, have you guys seen the super trailer for it? You guys, this next season is gonna be something crazy. They got this new girl, Kenya Moore, who used to be the Miss USA, and Kenya looked like she coming with some drama for real. Now, I thought that she and Nene were friends, and I thought that Nene was really the person that was responsible for bringing her on the show, but evidently it looks like her and Nene gonna get into it. Another thing is, it looks like Kenya has like the hots for Phaedra's man, okay? Now, we all think Apollo is cute. I like Apollo too, but I don't think I could come on the show and just outwardly flirt with somebody's husband. We've been watching this show for some years now. I think this is gonna be the 5th season. Have some respect. Like, why they bring this girl on here to be like the harlot? Okay, like, she ain't got no man. I guess the man that she got, he don't really want to be with her, and I think she's kind of quite a bit older than him and all this, and she's got her eye on Apollo, and that's not a good look. I know if she is trying to do something like that, I'm not going to like it. Out of all the people you can have an affair with, you going to try to get with your girl's man? I know that that's not really her girl and everything, but you guys are on the show together. That is not cool. Not cool at all. Show looks like it's going to be good this season and good enough. We need another good show, okay? Because Basketball Wives LA has just been the pits, and I'm just ready for Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I do like that show, and I like everybody on the show, and they all looking good this season. Clearly everybody has made it now. I'm anxious for her. You guys, on The Voice, they're saying that Usher Raymond is having a hard time blending in with the rest of the cast and crew. He's such a big superstar. A lot of times it's hard for somebody whose ego and whose star has shined so brightly for so many years, especially by themselves, for them to be able to humble themselves enough to get into an ensemble. Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj also are seeing how difficult that is because they're both solo artists, and now they've got to be able to mix with other people. Some people can do it just fine, but some people can't. Maybe it's just taking them some time to adjust. They say that Shakira is there, and Shakira is a big star, but she ain't as big as Usher, okay? So they're saying, and then sometimes it's just your attitude. They're saying that Shakira is all excited and happy and giddy and gets along with everybody. She might just be that kind of person. Usher does not always come off as that type of person anyway. Maybe he's got to rearrange some ways within himself so that he can be successful on this show. And I think that he'll be fine. It's just something that he's got to work out. What you guys think? Alright, you guys, so we do this every week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.